In this video, I want to convince you to focus more on heat training because the benefits are profound for both your general health and your running performances. So let's dive in. Now, I've got to say, I have been using a sauna way more than I ever have in the past recently, and I've been noticing some real great benefits to doing so. Even though I haven't been as consistent as I would like to be, nevertheless, I'm noticing that getting in a sauna and getting this exposure to high temperatures can be really beneficial for how you feel and also your cardiovascular fitness. So I recently went into Eric Hinman's sauna. Eric is an upcoming guest on the Strength Running podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this episode. And he's been using a sauna and an ice bath with contrast therapy for years. And so I've had the good fortune of joining him for some of this contrast therapy. And the last time I went in, I wore a heart rate monitor. And I actually got into zone 3 just by sitting in a sauna at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, I think, about roughly 75 degrees Celsius. So it's really hot and it increases your heart rate and your perspiration. And these have some amazing benefits that I can't wait to tell you about. Now, I know I talked about the profound benefits of heat training, particularly using a sauna. So let's get into actually what happens if you regularly use a sauna. Frequent sauna users show a 40% risk reduction in all-cause mortality compared to non-sauna users. Men who use a sauna 4 to 7 times per week have up to a 70% reduction in dementia, Alzheimer's, and psychotic disorders. Sauna can also lower your blood pressure, and when you couple that with aerobic exercise like running, has a very direct impact on your risk of death. And depending on the protocol, you can increase your body's production of growth hormone between 2 and 16 times, which is going to have an unbelievable impact on your body's ability to recover from hard training. And a single session in a sauna can increase your heart rate variability and lower your resting heart rate. Sauna use can also lower inflammation, it can improve how your skin looks, and it can preserve your muscle mass. So if these things are important to you, sauna can be really helpful. And much more specifically for runners, this kind of heat exposure is going to activate heat shock proteins, which are going to improve your mitochondrial health. This is what endurance runners want. Plus, it's going to get you really good at dealing with high temperatures. So if you're someone who has a hot race coming up, heat exposure is going to be really helpful at, yes, giving you all those amazing general health benefits, but also training your body to operate in those hot conditions so that when your race comes along, you're actually going to be better racing in the heat than you would if you didn't expose yourself to these high temperatures during training beforehand. You know, I'm not that big into supplements, but I do love AG1 by Athletic Greens. I consider it my nutrition insurance, helping me cover all my bases so I know I'm not missing out on anything my body needs, especially when I'm training really hard. I try to eat really well, but of course, AG1 is that extra security that gives me peace of mind over my diet. 1 scoop per day, and I'm getting 75 vitamins and minerals, prebiotics, probiotics, antioxidants, and adaptogens. You can try it out too at athleticgreens.com/Jason. And they're going to throw in a free year's worth supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. Check it out at athleticgreens.com/Jason. So clearly there are some amazing health benefits to using a sauna and getting this kind of heat exposure, whether that's for your general health, but also more specifically for runners, for your actual performances. This is a really amazing tool. So how do you actually benefit from this? If you're someone who has access to a sauna, if it were me, I would try to get in a sauna at least 4 times per week for at least 20 minutes. I would also think very hard about alternating between 20 minutes in the sauna and then cooling myself down, whether just hanging out outside the sauna or even getting into an ice bath so that I can get back into the sauna for 2 or 3 cycles. This additional exposure to the heat has been shown to have the higher rates of health benefits, so it's something that I would definitely look into. Now, I also hope this goes without saying, I don't want you to do anything dangerous. So first, ask your doctor if you're cleared to use a sauna or to expose yourself to temperatures in the 175 to 200 degree range. Make sure that you're staying very well hydrated. Bring some water into the sauna with you. And just know that regular sauna use can reduce your sperm count, gentlemen. So if you're trying to conceive, regular sauna use is probably not the best idea for you. Now, if you don't have access to a sauna, which most people don't, let's be honest, you can get similar benefits by running in the heat a couple times per week. So I would save a couple easy to moderate days and go out there during the heat of the day. Yes, you should wear sunscreen. Yes, you should stay very hydrated. You should be aware of the heat illnesses and your potential risk for contracting them, and be safe, but go expose yourself to those hot temperatures. It is not exactly the same as using a sauna. This is what I would call the poor man's sauna, simply going out there and running in the heat. You're still gonna get a lot of those adaptations. You're gonna teach your body how to perform in those conditions, which makes it a lot easier on race day. So runners, if you're a little bit curious about heat training, I hope the amazing list of benefits, which is probably not even comprehensive. I could go continue to do research and find even more benefits that are gonna aid your health and your running. But even just by knowing this short list of benefits, I hope that you're now thinking a little bit more strategically about how to incorporate heat training into your training program. Maybe you go out there and you run in the heat of the day a couple times a week for a short, easy run. Or maybe you actually can use a sauna a couple times, whether you have one at home, you've got some friends that have saunas like I do, or you can get to a community center or a gym that does have a sauna. The health benefits are amazing. It's something that I'm going to be adding into my training as much as I possibly can. And if you want to hear more about this, subscribe to the Strength Running Podcast to hear my conversation with Eric Hinman. He's a 5-time Ironman finisher. He qualified for the Kona World Championships, and now he's training to compete in the CrossFit Games. He's been using a sauna every day for years, and we talk about his protocol, the effects that he personally feels, and why he loves it so much.